Welcome viewers. In this video we'll learn about the steps that we have to follow when we draw the projections of planes. So first we start with the inclined plane. The definition of inclined plane is it is inclined to one of the principal surface and it is perpendicular to the other principal surface. So in one view you will have apparent shape of the plane, and in the other view you will have the inclined line corresponding to this. So we normally will have in the descriptive geometry only two views, so front view and the top view. We generally don't have the side view. So the condition where we have the plane inclined, so we will need to reach that condition in stages. So generally we will start with one assumption stage, so where we will see the true shape. The reason is in the descriptive geometry the statement will be defining the true shape only, so we will have to initiate with the true shape. So we will generally have two stages. So stage 1 will be the assumption stage, where we will make assumption that the plane is parallel to the principal plane to which finally it is inclined. For example, if it is inclined to HP in the final condition, if the statement says that the plane is inclined to HP, in that case we will take the plane initial position of the plane as parallel to the HP. Similar way, if it is told that the plane is inclined to VP, in that case we will take the initial position with the true shape or with the initial position as parallel to VP. So in that case the front view will be true shape, but in the first case which we discussed, the first case is when the plane is inclined to HP. When the plane is inclined to HP, the initial condition, the stage 1, we will assume the plane is parallel to HP. When the plane is parallel to HP, the top view will contain the true shape. So generally the stages are like this. If it is inclined to HP, so we will see its front view is a line and its top view is a true shape. So that is just the assumption stage to start with. And the second stage we obtain by inclining the line corresponding to it. So what we obtain here, stage 1 is from the true shape we get the line view, and then the line is inclined given the inclination, the inclination which is told, which is defined in the statement itself. So by that much inclination we will tilt the line, and corresponding to that we shall drop the perpendicular from the ends of the line, and we shall get the new apparent shape of the object. So this is generally the solution technique we shall follow for inclined planes. So for the example, so we take one statement. So a rectangular plate of negligible thickness having 150 mm length, 100 mm width is resting on one of its smaller side on HP. Now the smaller side has to rest on HP. It is, and the surface is perpendicular to VP and makes an inclination of 30 degree to HP. The inclination is with HP, so the first stage we should take as parallel to the plane should be taken as parallel to HP. And also note that the smaller side has to reside in HP. So in the initial condition, one more point you take care that the whole plate is lying on HP. So the first stage, the first assumption stage, we draw like this. When the plane is lying in HP, its front view A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash is just lying on XY line as shown here, and its top view thus is a true shape. Another point you have to take care is that because the line which is lying, which has to finally lie in HP, that line you retain at the or you position that line in such a way that you get a point corresponding to that. So that is possible by making that particular line in this case as perpendicular to XY line. You retain that line in the true shape, the AB line or DC line, it should be perpendicular to XY line, because finally I have to retain that in HP. So now at this moment whole of the plate is in HP. Now I can give the inclination. Surface inclination is 30. So what I can do is, so the front view of the line I can tilt by 30 degree. I can lift the front view up by 30 degree, and corresponding to that I can drop from the endpoints the perpendiculars, which will give me the new shape. The true shape will change to apparent shape. So this is the new apparent shape. So apparent shape otherwise cannot be drawn. So stages were required because apparent shape was required. So this is one solution. So another solution is for another example solution is for pentagonal plate of negligible thickness and having edge length 100 mm. First of all, we will draw the pentagon by the polygon command with 5 sides. And now here what we read in the statement is that having the edge length 100 mm and is resting on one of its corners on VP. Please note here the one of the corner is in VP, not in HP. It is in VP, and it is not the edge but it is the corner that is in VP. So we take the initial position again in such a way that the front view is a true shape and top view is a line, and that line is lying on XY line, and that line is having at one of the end the corner should be there. So that point you have to take care. Generally you should place it in the symmetrical position. So the true shape, the initial position we take like this, so that the front view is the true shape and it is in VP. We assume that the whole of the plate is in VP and the corner D is at the extreme. So this corner D we shall retain in XY line. So you see the top view A, B, C, D, E. So it is just a line. So this line, whole of the line at present is in VP or on XY line. The top view is just a line and that line is on XY line. So that means whole of the plate is in VP. Now we can give the required tilt. The tilt is 40 degree while retaining the point D in VP even now. So now we rotate, we copy this line into the new position and we rotate that corresponding to the endpoints and corresponding to the points of CE also. Again we shall get new apparent shape as shown in the second stage. So this way the solution can be obtained for the inclined plane. So now we take the problem number 3. This problem is a little different. If you look at the statement, the circular plate is resting on its circumferential point on VP with the surface perpendicular to HP. So it has to remain, it's a circumferential point has to remain in VP, and the inclination in the next statement you read it is inclined to VP such that front view appears as an ellipse. That means it is the case of an inclined plate. The inclination, if the front view appears as an ellipse, then the inclination must be with the VP. So if the inclination is with VP, so the first stage we take it as parallel to VP. Rather, because the circumferential point has to be retained in VP, so let the first stage be assumed as in VP. So first stage we assume that the circular plate is in VP, so its top view will be as a line in on XY line. Its top view will be a line on XY line. Sorry, like this. So we have the circular plate. So its front view is the true shape in the first stage, and its top view is a line lying on XY line. Now the front view has to change into an ellipse with the minor axis equal to 100 mm and major axis equal to 150. So generally this is this should be taken so that we can draw the inclination, surface inclination in the top view. So that will be possible if we change the distance between AB. So basically the inclination, if we incline the plate with VP, so then this top view, that is AB line, so when it will be inclined, the distance, the true distance between AB, or the horizontal distance between AB will reduce. Now that reduction is up to the order of 100. So from 150, currently the distance between AB is 150, it has to be reduced to 100. So the next stage is we will draw an ellipse like this. Also we copy the same top view, that is AB horizontal line, so we copy it here. So we copy it, but we understand that it is not the top view for the second stage. So for getting the top view for the second stage, we need to incline the line. So how do we do that? So we drop the perpendicular from the endpoints of the minor axis A and B. So we drop the perpendiculars down here from A and B. From A, automatically the new position of A will be in the top view, it will remain same, whereas the arc from the endpoint B in the previous position, or from stage 1 position of B, so we draw the arc with the center as A and the radius as equal to AB. So that arc where it coincides with the vertical from B, so that point is the new B. So now you can join that line from the point of intersection of the arc. So that line is the new position of top view for the plate, and this way once the line view is present with you, so you can read it's you can obtain the use the dim command, obtain and angular dimension you can use, and you can read how much is the angle. So this angle is found to be 45 degrees. So this is how you can solve the problems when surface inclination is to be found out for a particular shape, for a particular change in apparent shape. In the previous stage was you were given the inclination and you determined the apparent shape, but this was a solution of a different nature where the apparent shape, the shape it actually takes when it is inclined, so that is given, that is defined in the statement. From that you have to deduce the inclination, surface inclination. So this was another possibility. So now we take the case of oblique planes. In the case of oblique planes, the stages now will turn to 3. So generally the first 2 stages will remain same. So first stage is the assumption stage, when so here the inclination, the oblique plane will have inclination with both the principal axes, but the define to define the true inclination with both the planes is not the custom. So the inclination, one inclination will be the surface inclination, another inclination will be the edge inclination in general in the problems. So we will attack in the second stage the surface inclination again, and in the third stage the edge inclination. So the point will become clear as we take the example number 4. So next is the example number 4. Here the rectangular plate of negligible thickness having 150 mm length and 100 mm width. It is similar to the previous example earlier. So it is resting on one of its smaller side on HP. The surface makes an inclination of 30 degree to HP. Please note the surface inclination is with HP. Further, the smaller side makes an inclination of 60 degree to VP. So please note in this the strategy should be you should attack the surface inclination first, even though if the statement says the smaller side makes if the smaller side makes an inclination of 60 degree with VP, so that is given early also, you should ignore that. You should rather attack the surface inclination first. You should identify what is the surface inclination given. So in this case it is straightforward, so it was defined earlier. So our natural inclination, our natural tendency is to do the job, that job first which is given first, so it will automatically follow. But even if the surface inclination is given later, you should prioritize, you should take that surface inclination first. So in the second stage surface inclination is to be addressed. So here as usual we will take the object as here we will take the plane, initial position of the plane such a way that it is in HP, because its smaller side has to rest in HP. So in the beginning let the whole of the plate lie in HP, and also because the plate, the side of the plate has to lie in HP, so that side we shall retain as perpendicular to XY line. So initially whole of the plate lying in HP, but the smaller side we shall retain as perpendicular to XY line like this. So when it is on HP, its front view is on XY line like this. So stage 1 is clear. So stage 2 we simply give the tilt to the front view of the line. So the line view of the plate we will tilt by 30 degree and we obtain the apparent shape. The first stage gave the true shape, it utilized the information given in the statement, and then the second stage utilizes the next information, that is inclination, surface inclination with HP.